up, guys? Peace and light. This is Traveling Sista. If this is your first time joining the channel, then welcome. If not, welcome back, family. So this past week or so, I've been really just going back and forth in my mind as to whether I wanted to do a video about the coronavirus, a more in-depth video, okay? Because I know my last video, it was about 2 weeks ago or so. And yeah, I want to do another video about it, and I'm doing this video because I just want to give you a more in-depth view, just some updated numbers. Shout out to all of y'all that's been checking up on me, and Freddie and the baby and everyone out here. Y'all are the bomb, okay? I love y'all infinitely. So like I said before, people here aren't really freaking out too much about everything surrounding the coronavirus. I hear people talk about it every day, whether I'm at the market, whether I'm at Shoppers, the other supermarket, whether I'm, just in any random public place, at a restaurant or whatever. People are talking about it. Something that they've implemented at every single public area that I've been in is hand washing stations, whether it's just like a bucket with water or whether it's actual hand sanitizer. Some people actually are taking people's temperature with a gun. They're taking your temperature as you walk into their store. Yeah, people really are taking it seriously when it comes to trying to hinder the spread of germs and the spread of the virus and stuff like that, which I'm happy to see that. Really, I think they should keep most of them in place. I think they should keep these hand washing stations in place around the community because it's something that I think we need in general. But yeah, the shelves are still stocked. There's toilet paper. There's, there's not too much crazy fear going on. I've seen a couple people wearing face masks and things like that. Schools are closed until further notice. That's colleges, that's primary, secondary schools, daycares, all of that's shut down. We are not on lockdown as of yet. People are still going out. I haven't seen too much social distancing though. I mean, I've seen like a little bit, but them dollars are still crowded. People still walk all up on you when you out in public trying to go places or whatever. But yeah, people seem to be doing fine out here emotionally and stuff like that. So again, thank you for checking up on us and all of that good stuff. Yeah, like I said, I just have some things on my mind about that, and I just want y'all to know the actual numbers and see the statistics for what they are, okay? I'm gonna include some links below, the links that I use for reference for factual information about the numbers and things here, okay? So now we are up to 20 cases here in Tanzania. I took some notes so I won't get off track. There are 20 cases of coronavirus here in Tanzania. There are 2 recoveries and 1 death. The man who passed away was in his late 40s and he had pre-existing conditions as well. So just to put this in perspective a little bit, there are 59.7 million people here in Tanzania, which is just under 5% of the whole African continent. That only makes up less than 5% of the continent as a whole. So on the continent, there are 1.2 billion Africans, 1.2 billion African people living on the continent of Africa within 54 countries, okay? So I found it interesting that Africa has almost 4 times as many people as the US does, but the US still has 40 times more coronavirus cases than the whole continent of Africa. In Africa-wide, there's like 7,100. Let's just even round it up to 8,000 cases, okay? 8,000 known cases of the coronavirus. That's not even 0.001% of the population. It doesn't even touch it. And I know you guys have seen that video recently circulating about the French scientist or the French doctor, whoever he is, talking to his colleague, recommending that the testing for the coronavirus vaccines and for various medicines trying to be developed be done here on the continent because prostitutes don't protect themselves, people don't have adequate health care, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to draw your attention to that as well, just because even through this chaos that's going on in the world right now, yes, coronavirus is very real, people are dying from it. But amid all this chaos, people are still trying to discredit the continent. So the doctor eventually apologized a couple days ago about his remarks about the continent and the people on this continent. But you guys, Western media has been spreading lies and instilling fear in the minds of people about the continent forever, okay? This continent, African diasporans, Black people, okay? This is where you're gonna wanna be when they lift all these travel bans, all right? Because a change is coming, y'all. And I know I usually don't do videos like this, but I just really feel like I have to get this off my chest. A change is coming. A change is already, you know what I'm saying? It's already been in play for years and years. I believe personally that it started with the development and the propagation of GMO foods, all right? Keeping us sick, keeping us dependent on these pharmaceutical industries, you know, condemning people who don't want to vaccinate their children, condemning people who choose to do holistic medicine instead of this pharmaceutical poison that they're trying to pump us with, all for a profit. Yo, if the African diaspora would just hightail it back to the continent, I swear to God, like, I feel like it would be such a come up for us collectively. You know, like the food for the most part is natural out here. Not saying that they don't have GMO stuff. I had a friend who said that they saw some Monsanto people out here in Tanzania, which I pray to God that it's not true. But for the most part, the foods are natural, the air is fresh. I haven't seen one 5G tower. And I'm sure all of y'all have done your research already, but you know the first place that they implemented 5G heavily was in Wuhan, okay? This is not all a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? This is not all a coincidence. The same people that have their hands in the 5G technology is the same people that have their hands in the pharmaceutical industries trying to develop vaccines to pump us with, to implant us with micro technologies. Okay, I might sound crazy and I might be going over some people's heads, but do your research. Don't believe anything I'm saying. Do your own research and you'll find out that the same people who have their hands in one thing is the same people who have their hands in other things. And I truly believe with these new vaccines that they're trying to force on people, they're gonna be implementing nanotechnology. They're gonna be keeping even a closer eye on you. And if you don't know the side effects of these nanotechnologies that they're trying to inject into you, I suggest you do some research about that as well, okay? It's scary stuff, but I'm not surprised. Nothing these days can surprise me, seriously. It's all a part of the system and it's all a part of the new world order, all right? And I'm not saying that it can't touch Africa. Different parts of Tanzania specifically have already been affected by the coronavirus, okay? So in big marketplaces like this place called Kariako down in Dar es Salaam, most of the vendors and things down there, they get their imports directly from China. China for a while, I think they're back on schedule now, but China for a while was not doing anything, was not exporting any goods. And how are you gonna supply the vendors worldwide who are relying on you? So, you know what I'm saying? This is affecting things on a small and a big business scale here in Tanzania already. You know, even the whole shutdown of the tourism industry. You don't see any safari vehicles on the streets like you used to 3 weeks ago. Nobody's coming. Hotels are virtually empty. You know, it's really affecting things out here, okay? But once this is all said and done, this is where you're still gonna wanna be. I just feel like here on the continent, you could just avoid it a little bit longer than in Western societies. You know, there's still a lot of open land. There's still a lot of space for you to live off of the grid, to build you a home, completely off of the grid. Solar is a huge thing out here, and you don't even have to spend that much money on it. You don't even have to spend that much money buying a home. There's earth bags, there's mud homes. You know, there's a lot of different things that you can do to move towards sustainability. You know what I'm saying? To not be reliant upon any type of system. Anything. You know, grow your own natural foods. you know. And when you come out here, like I said, like I said before, when you come out here, you have to come out with an entrepreneurial mindset anyways, because you coming from a Western society cannot expect somebody to pay you a paycheck that's going to be anything near, that's going to compare to what you're getting paid in the States or wherever you're from. Like, you can't expect that. You got to come out here and think of, how can I create my own source of income? Out here, to me, if you're coming as an African American expat or a diasporan, it's all about seeing how you can take yourself out of the system, not take yourself out of society, because I truly don't believe that we need to come as diasporans to the continent and separate ourselves from the society. We should be here to learn. We should be here to grow, to explore, and to, you know, learn where we come from and things like that. But sustainability is very important in these times. Doom is coming, y'all. Like, the whole monetary system globally, oh, my battery's gonna die. The whole monetary system globally is about to crash. You know, it's time, y'all. It's time, my beautiful people, that we start learning how to farm for ourselves. It's time that we start learning herbalism and learning how to treat our ailments with natural medicines instead of depending on these pharmaceutical companies that don't care about you, especially as Black people. What? You think they care about you? No, they don't. And there's so many natural fruits and natural herbs and things like that out here that can aid you, all right? That can assist, that can heal you. Just this place here, vibrationally being connected more with the earth, it's healing in itself. And I always talk about that, you guys. Just being here is a healing vibration, a natural vibration. So I just wanted to get that out to you guys. You know, try and keep your heads amongst this, you know, whole coronavirus thing. And it is a real thing. People are really dying out here, as you know. But just try to keep your heads and try to keep your eyes on the prize, which is freedom, yo. Freedom. Like, that should be important to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have to start gardening yourself on your balcony, like, you know, in buckets or whatever, try as much as possible to get yourself out of the matrix, to get yourself out of Babylon, because it's falling, for real. And it's not a game, because this whole system is going to just come crashing down around us, and the New World Order is really trying to implement their plans right now. And if you're not ready, then it's really going to be even harder transition for you. You know what I'm saying? So just keep them things in mind. Eat right, protect. Like, this is the only body you have on this dimension, in this plane. This is the only body you have. This is the only life you have in this plane. And you know what I'm saying? You have to treat it with such care. Eat right, move towards holistic medicines. Try to be in as much of a natural environment as you can, you know. But anyways, that's all I'm gonna say about that, you guys, because I could really go on and on about this. But I love y'all. I really do. I truly love each and every one of you. And, you know, stay safe out there, stay sane, stay happy as you can. All right. I love y'all. Peace.